You sit down for coffee with a friend. They lean across the table, and suddenly you are sharing secrets about someone who isn't there. It feels intimate, a simple, connecting way to bond. But we need to look at the hidden mechanics of that conversation. Gossip functions like a psychological virus, one that silently enters your mind and begins to distort your ability to think clearly. Author Miguel Ruiz describes our words as a tool of magic, a double-edged sword that can create a beautiful dream or destroy everything around you. To Ruiz, every word we hear is a seed being planted in the fertile soil of the human mind. Imagine a father coming home with a pounding migraine. His young son is jumping around and singing with joy. In a moment of sheer frustration, the father snaps and tells the boy to shut up because he has an ugly voice. The boy believed his father. He made a mental agreement that his voice was ugly, and he didn't sing again for years. He carried that emotional poison into adulthood, becoming deeply shy in social situations. We do this to our friends. When you accept a casual, negative opinion about a mutual acquaintance, that seed of emotional poison begins to color how you see them, regardless of whether the opinion was actually true. This behavior often stems from the observation that misery likes company. When someone is suffering internally, they frequently use their words to bring others down to their level of discomfort to justify their own state of mind. Think about the friend who criticizes your appearance right when you feel most confident. By dropping that seed of doubt, they successfully pull your energy down to match their own. This illustrates the availability cascade. It's a self-sustaining chain where a minor piece of information gains momentum until it becomes a widely accepted belief. People adopt a belief not because they've checked the facts, but because repeating rumors provides a way to bond. This happened with the famous reports of razor blades in Halloween candy. One isolated report created a national panic, leading to checkpoints and the banning of homemade treats, despite a lack of evidence that it was a widespread threat. Within a social circle, these cascades cause groups to alienate and judge individuals based on a series of emotional reactions rather than objective reality. We can see this virus in action in a common setting. You're walking to your first class of the semester, and a friend warns you that the new professor is a total jerk. You walk into the room, and before the professor even speaks, you feel a wave of suspicion. Your brain has been hacked by that unverified information, making you see jerk-like behavior in every move he makes. You then whisper that same warning to the person sitting next to you. By the time the lecture ends, that malicious code has spread through the room, infecting the perception of half the class. You didn't know your friend's motive. They might have been deflecting blame for their own poor grades. But because you accepted the gossip, you lost the ability to judge the professor fairly. Every time you participate in this cycle, your mind becomes more cluttered with these virus codes, eventually making it impossible for the group to see reality clearly. We have to realize that gossip is reciprocal. If someone sits with you to maliciously discuss a mutual friend, they are almost certainly doing the same thing to you the moment you leave the room. The first step toward a healthier mindset is auditing your environment. If your relationships are built on the foundation of talking badly about others, those toxic dynamics need to be removed. In the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey introduces a specific standard for integrity. You must remain loyal to the absent. This means you simply refuse to talk negatively about people behind their backs. You have to act as a firewall. When a friend starts to gossip, you can stop them by saying you value that person and don't feel comfortable discussing them while they aren't there to speak for themselves. While it might feel awkward for a moment, this boundary builds trust. Your friend will realize that because you protect others' reputations, you will also protect theirs. Being impeccable with your word is an essential tool for your own mental health. By using your words to plant seeds of truth rather than poison, you stop the gossip virus from taking root in your life.